Do you regret the things you done? You never thought I'd cut you off. I never thought so too.
Hey cousins, welcome back to the crib. Your favorite cousin Monie here. Today we have a special guest, somebody who is not just making music, but shifting the landscape. We have an artist who blends rock. She has some soul into her, alternate pop, and I think her best gift is her storytelling, which is something that's fearless, fresh, and unmistakably her own. She just released her new EP, But What the Hell Do I Know? A project that's bold, emotional, genre bending, and already sparking real conversation across industry. Cousins, please get comfortable because today we are chilling with Alemeda. Alemeda girl, thank you so much. Welcome to the show. Again, thank you for doing this with me. Before we get started, how are you personally feeling?
I'm feeling great right now. You caught me on a great day. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good to hear. Especially, with your EP that just came out. It's in the world and people are really connecting with it from what I see. How are you liking that?
I'm just happy it's out because I just want to put out as much music as I can, and I also take my time. So I'm like in between a good quality, but also just put it there so we can just have it in the world.
Right, because it's like sometimes you've been working on this thing for a really long time, and the pressure is building up, and then you start getting anxious, and then once it's finally out, it's like you can woosah.
Literally,
yeah. That's good. That's good. So, let's get into some like your upbringing, discovery, and all of that. So, for the cousins first, who might be meeting you for the first time, how would you describe who Alemeda is?
As an artist or in general?
As an artist or in general, whichever one you want to go with.
Damn, that's a good question. How would I describe myself? Just kind of like someone who's figuring it out and just really doing what I love. And I think from the moment I started doing music, it became like a self-discovery journey for me as well. Because I had like left right when I kind of became an adult. Like I left my home and got signed, and it's just been a really crazy 5 years.
Definitely. I understand because I was gonna ask you about, leaving home. I think I saw somewhere that your family didn't really know you were making music. You were like living this Hannah Montana life.
I still am.
Girl.
Listen, so
how was that?
I love it. I really like the difference in I get to go, like, my relationship with the idea of family is very weird. My family's so spread out. Like I have family all over the world, and I only grew up with like 4 or 5 of my siblings, and even then my siblings are 9 years age difference from me. So I feel like I was really alone a lot, and so I don't know. It's like I kind of like being alone. I like having my own space and no one knowing what I'm doing because my mom lives in her own world. She watches her little Ethiopian news and shows, and my siblings, they kind of like they just turned 18, 19, so they just kind of like try to figure out what the fuck they're trying to do with their lives.
Right.
The rest of my family is like really religious. They don't really pay attention to like anything pop culture, let alone music. Right. Like if you ask them anything, they probably wouldn't know because they just don't. They're not in that world. And I think that's just from being really religious. So I think I personally like I think it would feel corny if my family just became supportive all of a sudden.
That's interesting because I was going to say but you said it's still kind of that way where you're still living this secret life, so to speak, but not like in a negative way. But I was going to ask, are there some of your family members who are into it, or it's just like, I'm just doing my thing out here?
So for the first time, actually, when I went to Ethiopia to shoot this documentary, I showed some of my cousins, some of the music videos, and they looked at me like, what the fuck? Like, one of my cousins was like, you're like Rihanna. And I was like, girl, no,
not yet.
They just couldn't believe that was me because they're just, Yeah, so I for the first time, but those are more like my family has certain people who are less religious, and so I showed them, and I haven't seen them in 10 years. So that was just me popping up like, hey, like I'm an artist now. And they
Right.
were baffled. And then my my siblings, my two younger siblings, they know everything. They're like they're Gen Z. I'm
Yeah.
Gen Z too technically, but I'm a
Yeah.
zillennial. I would consider myself. But I think just them and my two siblings have always been so supportive of my career. Like when I was raising them and I was like 9 and they were 2, I would like sing for them and tell them to rate my voice and like just, you know what I mean? They've always been like, oh, like my sister would give me notes on my covers and she was like 5 years old. So I think like I feel so comfortable with them, but like anyone else, like I'm glad no one mentions anything.
Right. They just basically they get it, they understand it.
Yeah.
So with that, right, and you're doing this little secret life situation and you're discovering what it is that you want to do in your life. Do you recall like the first song you ever wrote and you're like, okay, I can do something with this?
The first song I ever wrote. And you're actually the first person I'm gonna tell the name of the song because I always do a horrible song, but the song is called "Ain't Fast Enough."
Ain't Fast Enough.
It was like this like pop, kind of like Michael Jackson-esque type of like not disco. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like a YouTube beat that I found, and it was just a song about me saying like how much I love my dark skin. And that song, like there was a line in there that was like, my skin's dark like cinnamon. And that song really did well with the East African community, like all over the world. Like I had the lightest woman in the world just like recording videos to my song talk about my skin dark like cinnamon. I'm like, it's not, but thank you. And it was so amazing. My first ever real supportive audience was the East African community, like whether it was Somali, Ethiopian, Sudani. They were all just like, oh my God, we've never had an artist, period, like a female artist, just make music, and they wanted to support me. They were so eager.
Right. So would you say that was the moment where you were like, okay, this is something I should stick with because you got such good feedback from it?
Yeah. Because prior to that, I was only doing covers.
Okay.
That was my first time. Just let me make a song. Let me just write some lyrics. Let me do something. Because I would write lyrics all the time and not put it on a beat. And I feel like the whole like YouTube beat to real production trope is like so crazy because you think about it and you're like, damn, like I was really in the ghetto. Like I was looking for YouTube beats. But yeah, seeing people make, like, it's always been about reception for me because I'm so unsure. I have so much imposter syndrome. I'm like, I don't think it's meant for me to do this career. Like it's so against what I've grown up with. And seeing all of these people, like hundreds of people make videos, like hundreds of people comment on this song, like, where can I get this song? And I dropped it on SoundCloud the same day. I was like, here guys, go get it. And I think that song got like 100,000 streams. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy.
I love that.
I was like 17 years old. So I was definitely inspired.
I love that because self-doubt can be very real and it can hinder your path. And so the fact that you were like, I'm just doing covers, right? And then, people was like, okay, girl, give us a little bit something else. And then it takes off. That's beautiful. And I think that that can help influence a lot of other people. But I wanted to talk about your sound, right? Yeah. So your sound blends like rock, the soul, the alternate pop sound. How did an Ethiopian girl, African American girlie, find your lane and decide this is what I'm going to be doing after you come from doing covers?
So I it's always so weird, but I grew up not being able to listen to music. And when I actually started to listen to music, it was strictly pop. So that's where like the pop comes from. I was listening to like, there was like a clock radio in my mom's room, and I would sneak listen to like all the top hits on these like 2 radio stations. It was like 101.5 and 88.3, like in Arizona. And I would just listen to music and I'd just be in there, like, because we didn't even have like a TV at this point. This is like when my mom and my family first came to America. And we were slowly kind of like, okay, got a TV, got a computer. But that was like years of work because we were just trying to get our foot in. And I was just listening to music on this radio and I'm like, oh shit, like this is fire. It was like Bruno Mars, Rihanna, Lupe Fiasco, Coldplay, like all these big artists who just had these hits. So I was strictly listening to pop. Then I got a computer, and then I was like, oh shit, there's music videos. I didn't even know music videos existed.
Oh wow,
Then I
okay.
was like, okay, this is crazy. So I was doomed, like watching videos on YouTube for like days, like Katy Perry, like all these crazy. I'm like, I didn't know what the ethnicity or race of any of these people were. I was just listening to songs.
Yeah.
And kind of like the biggest songs I would say I was listening to was a lot of alternative, a lot of pop, a lot of rock. And I was in Arizona. It was really like not black at all. So I'm not only not listening to like any like nostalgic black R&B, jazz, any music in my household, but I'm surrounded by like kids who are strictly listening to either like rock or hip hop. And so I think I leaned more towards the rock, and I always say this just because it was more digestible for my mom. Because I feel like, you know, when it's not even about being Muslim. It's about just religion. Anybody who grew up in a very religious household, even Christian, like your parents do not like, they would not let you listen to. It's like secular music?
Secular music, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, if I would play a rock song, it would sound more similar to like a Disney Channel song.
Yeah.
So my mom wouldn't be like, "What is that?" Like, it's like a
When it's strict, it's strict. ain't no adjusting. So that's pretty cool, because I was gonna say, like, there's this stigma that black, is that the right word? Yeah, that black people aren't into rock music, and we don't really see any of that representation on the forefront more than you would see with other people. But if you know, like, rock music was created by us. The godmother of rock and roll is Sister Rosetta Tharpe. So how do you feel about that? And I feel like, it's safe to say you're part of this movement that's pushing rock and out signs back to the center for us?
Yeah. I think, like, at the end of the day, a lot of genres, I mean, all genres were created by black people, but a lot of genres were just straight up stolen. Like, any huge white artist that was making any genre was mimicking black people. So at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of just like, I think there really shouldn't have ever been a stigma. I don't know how, like, I know a little bit of the history of it, but I don't understand why it became a stigma to, like, I don't know, we just probably just pushed so far out of our own genres that it was just not acceptable anymore. But I and just so many other rock artists like Rachel Chinariri, Fouché, like Hemlock Springs, all these people that are making rock, and we're all making different types. Like, some of it's more indie, some of it's more like that old school, like real black rock. And I think it's all good. Like, at the end of the day, we're stepping in the right direction, and just it is reclaiming at the end of the day. I don't care what anyone tells me, that's reclaiming.
Heavy on the reclaiming. I like how you put that. And so with that, like, who were some of the artists that inspired you? I know you say you were listening to the radio. So which one of some artists that were like, okay, I really like this, I want to try this?
I loved Rihanna. Rihanna. Rihanna was like my idol. She still is one of, like, she's just perfect. Hayley Williams, Paramore, I feel like that was the rock that was acceptable, and no one was, it was just undeniably good, and it had soul to it. So I think that was one of the biggest ones. And then in high school, I leaned definitely more towards the grunge indie, like 1975, Arctic Monkeys, and I've always been a Coldplay fan. Like, I feel like they make fucking life tracks. So those were my biggest influences for sure. Like, those are the songs I play over and over. I still play to this day.
I feel like a hit is a hit, no matter what genre it is. I don't feel like people should be like, oh, I don't want to listen to that type of music because, oh, it's rock, I'm probably not going to relate to it. Like, if I hear a song and it's good, I'm rocking with it. I'm putting it in my playlist.
It's also 100% fine if you don't. You know what I mean? Like, I might not listen to every country song, and that's okay. I love country music, but I might not listen to every one, because it's like, I mean, you know, it's just like, I think opinions are opinions, and that's about it.
Definitely, for sure. So one question, because I want to get into like the music and stuff, but before we get to like your actual music, what is your creative process like? a part of your creative process, what part gives you the most joy? Like, is it the writing, the recording, putting your visuals together, or the performance element?
Melodies.
Melodies, I
Making
like.
melodies and performance. I would say melodies and performance is equal now because I got better at performing, but I used to be so scared. I think making melodies has always been like, I actually hate writing. Like I forced myself to practice and become a better writer, but if you just give me a mic, I could do melodies for days, hours. Like I feel like I'm so big on just let's get the melody and then we'll put the lyrics after. Like I don't, the lyrics come from my diary most of the time too, so it's easier to just plug it in that way. But I'll literally sit like the producers I work with, I'll literally be like I can keep going. Like I'll keep doing the melodies and
all
until we
day.
find the perfect, most catchy, just everything. And like I think that's always been the easiest and just most enjoyable thing for me. And that just comes from like even when I was a kid, I would play like songs and just like pretend like the artist gave me a verse on it.
Yeah.
And I would just create my own melodies on those songs. So that's kind of like where I had practice with melodies. But yeah, and also performing. I love performing now.
That's good. That's interesting. You say you don't really like the writing part, because I feel like that's one of the best qualities that you do have is your writing. That's interesting. But yeah, like I said, let's get to the music. So, but what the hell do I know? Honey, how did you come up with that title?
It's a phrase I always say. Like it's kind of like it's a phrase I started saying as life started to humble me. And I thought I knew everything. I thought I had all the answers. And then I turned 24 and my frontal lobe developed. And I was like, wait, I'm dumb. I need to learn so much more. No, literally. And so I guess it was a huge hit to like my ego and just a lot of parts of my personality. And so I think that phrase really became like it's kind of similar to the same sentiment of like my old project, Fuck It.
Yeah.
But in a mature, more aware way.
I love how you put your titles together, because they're not like traditional, I guess you can say. Like they're always like statements, bold statements. And I enjoy that. When listening to the project, there's like a mix of confidence, you're being very honest and vulnerable. But I'm curious to know which song feels like the closest to your heart, because I know I have one that took me out. So I want to know which one it is that's closest to your heart.
Probably Over It. Yeah, that song was so hard for me to make, and it was such a like sensitive topic, and it took me years. Like the situation happened 3 years before me even making the song. Like it took me so long. I don't even think I'm completely healed from it, but I think there's a kind of acceptance of it now, and that's where that song kind of says like, I feel like the song is about like someone I loved very much that was going through addiction, and I tried my hardest to help them, and like I was blaming myself because I'm like, what more can I do? Like this is like one of my people I love the most, and I can't just like But it was and I was like 21 years old, and I was dealing with that, and I was like, I can't blame myself. I can't carry this weight because it was literally killing me, and on top of that, just I stressed like crazy, and so. I kind of had to just really have acceptance of like, you can't force anyone to change. Like, whether it's a small situation or something like very, sad like that. I think you have to just like do your best. And it was so hard. Like I cried the whole time writing that song.
Girl, you had me in my feelings, because I seriously, I relate so much to that song. Like I had a person, my dog, who we went through everything together, but like as time went on, you grow up, you start to realize one of you is kind of like outgrowing the other. They're not letting go of that thing that's been holding them down, but you're trying to elevate, this is how I interpreted it. And so I was like, I can't keep picking you up, trying to get you to strap up your boots while also trying to hold myself up. And I'm like, she's speaking to me. She's speaking to me on this song. So amazing, beautiful, beautiful record.
Thank you.
And you singing, the mic be on. I want you to know that the mic be on, and I love that. Because not a lot of people can sing like that these days in the studio And I want to talk about your performance the other day as well once we get down
Yeah.
the line. But you and Doechii, y'all have the song together.
Yeah.
Beat a bitch up. Again, like I said, your titles very much statements. Y'all
Yeah.
also dropped the music video for it. Is it true the song came from a night out where
Yeah.
you told her like I will beat somebody up for you, girl?
Yeah. I feel like I've always been the type of person to feed off of other people's energies. And
Mm-hmm.
in that moment, I'm sure she's not this way right now, but in that moment she was on some like fighting timing.
Uh-huh.
And I was kind of like in the corner like, yeah. And so I think I got around her. She's so confident. She just exudes who she is, like, and she doesn't even,
Mm-hmm.
not like unapologetically. So I got
Yeah.
around her and I'm like, listen, anybody, I'm gonna beat them. Like, if anybody comes up to you, I will beat them up. Haven't fought anyone since I was like 13 with my cousin or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't, I don't, if you know me, I don't even yell. Like, I have a very like
Mhm.
monotone, nonchalant voice. Like, I keep it, you know? So I think
Mhm.
it was just a feeling of like loving someone and like being willing to, like, you know, you're like
Yeah.
sacrificing yourself for them, which
Mhm.
isn't a good thing. So that's
Yeah.
the song is
Like I
old.
don't normally do this, but I
Feel
love
that
you so much. I might do it.
I definitely will not fight anybody at all. Yeah.
So like there's obviously there's good chemistry there and you got each other's back. Can Is it safe to say like there's more songs in the vault between y'all?
Um, I'm trying to think if we made any more because we got signed the same time a while ago, and I don't remember. I
Mhm.
think we went to the studio a couple times, but I like in the future I would love to.
Mhm.
I don't I haven't even thought about like my album, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean. But I
Mhm.
for sure, like, if I can make a song, I
Yeah.
definitely would be open. Yeah, would love to do that.
Dope, dope. I look forward to that if it ever does happen. But like I was saying, like the mic be on, and you that note, I think it's the bridge,
Yeah,
that you hit that note. I'm like, oh, she's taking
listen.
it. But
Here-
is there a track like you're just surprised people gravitated towards like on the EP the most?
Um, 1-800 fuck you. I thought one eight
Mhm.
hundred fuck you would be like, I don't know. I thought it would be too much for people. I thought it would be a
Mhm.
little bit like that song was just strictly me talking my shit. So I think
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't think people would like it so much, but I have like these like, it's like random like old white guys in my comments like, this is musical genius, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like, really? Like, and
You
I
think
think it's the lyrics that
so? Mhm.
it's like a very pop Strokes. It was inspired. The production was inspired by the Strokes. That's
Yeah.
favorite bands as well. But I think
Cool.
yeah, that song shocked me. That like it
Mhm.
does so well too. I'm like, this is crazy.
Mhm. So like what do you hope with the EP out now and it's out there? Like what do you hope people feel after they finish it front to back? Because like when you put your body of work, there's like I guess an artist will have like a narrative that they're trying to push. Like what do you hope people take from it?
Um, I don't know if it's like so much as like a narrative and more
Mhm.
like a like kind of like a platter of what I feel like I'm capable of. Because
Okay.
I feel like I don't know if this is I feel like EPs are genuinely less serious than albums. Like the word album is very serious,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
so I think these both the fucking EP and this EP are just kind of like me just showing and like what I can do and what I'm,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, what like to myself and to everybody else. So I think it's more of that. The
Mhm.
narrative, I mean, I just really want people to, I tried to be more vulnerable on this project, and I really tried to
Mhm.
like, I feel like the other project was really just fun. There was some storytelling, but this one I was like, let me show you guys who I am, because I'm not a robot and I don't post online
Mhm.
a lot. I like
Yeah.
have moments where I do, and then I'll just be gone for 6 months. So
Mhm.
the music is the only way I could really get my
Mhm.
feelings and my personality across. I think yeah, the album would definitely have more of a narrative.
Right. Okay. Cool. Well, you put together a great EP, so
Thank
I'm
you.
really enjoying it, and I try to put my friends and stuff onto it. So I hope you're proud of yourself and what you were able to get off.
Thank
And
you.
then the question of TDE, the TDE women, right? It's you, SZA, Doechii, And people are calling y'all the new big three at the head of the table. I don't know if you've been seeing that. So, and
I'll
mind
be
you,
retweeting it.
this is a label known for rap and
Yeah.
having some of the best hardcore spitters that like ever touch a microphone. So, what has that been like contributing to this evolution that TDE is on?
I think like, I feel like I have something different to offer with doing rock, and I think obviously they've already done amazingly well in the hip hop and the R&B space, and
Yeah.
even Doechii, like I feel like NC has a dabble in other genres, but I think for me, I really want to set the tone, and I think they've gotten behind it and supported me so much on this, but just set the tone of like music is black.
Yeah.
Like music is black. It doesn't matter what it is. It's black. Period. So I think when I came and I like chose my sound, I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do, and I started making the songs. They were like, hell yeah! Like it's not like an easy lane to enter because to be honest, there's not many artists who have done it in a mainstream level. There's not a lot of artists like Black women who have done it in levels where it's like widely accepted. And so if anyone's gonna help me, it's gonna be them.
Yeah. Right. Because I was gonna ask like at first, like, did you have like I don't know if it's concern kind of sounds like negative, but like did you have any concerns of like how are they gonna handle me, my style, my music, because they come from just dealing with rap? Because like I said, Punch said when he was dealing with SZA when they were first starting out, she's like, she's R&B. I can't handle her the same way I would handle a J Rock, or a Kendrick, because SZA, she needs more than what you can just tell them. Just go in the booth and spit some raps.
Yeah. Well, I think like obviously her doing it first has like opened the door and set the tone.
Yeah.
So it's like been easier for me, and I feel like they know based off her, and then even based off Doechii. Like I feel like they understand just like women, and then outside of the genre, and then on top of that, like even though like I got signed and they really didn't have, to be honest, the resources for the genre I wanted to do. Like they didn't have it at all. And whether it's like producers, publicists, anything, like they didn't, this was like new, everything for them. So I think they were like, here's some musicians, like instead of working with like beat makers, work with musicians, guitarists, everything, and kind of like, you know what I mean, still pushed me in the direction that they could. I did have to like, I feel like pick up a lot of the figuring it out myself though because of that. Because I feel like, again, like if I had just chose to do R&B, I think it would have been so much easier for them to adjust me into the spaces I need to be in. But I wanted to take the risk.
Love that. And you just performed at Camp Flog Gnaw. I saw you say like that was one of your dream festivals to do. How was that for you?
So crazy. I think I don't have a lot of milestones. I think I already made it in my eyes. Just being here, but that was a big milestone. So I'm happy that I got to do it. I've been cheesing all day.
You did amazing too. I watched the set. You were very interactive with the crowd, engaging with them, asking them how they were feeling. So you did amazing. So I hope you're proud of yourself.
I am. Thank you.
Amazing. And next year might be at the next spot. So I see it. And with Flog Gnaw, what you performing, were you able to catch any other like performances later? Or did you just book it back?
I caught so many. Actually, I went out of my way to see so many people because obviously the lineup is always very black, which I love. Like the whole backstage, like I've never seen a festival so black. Like it's just fun. And then very just like just good music. But I think I saw Fouché, I saw Larizi, I saw this artist named Geese. I only knew one song. I didn't really know them. I saw Geezer, which has it's like a duo with Dominic Fike and Kevin Abstract, and I love their music. I saw so many people. Tyler, I saw Doechii set again, even though I've seen it like 100 times.
She's insane.
It gets better and better every single time. Like it's action pop. But I saw a lot of Childish Gambino.
Oh yeah, he came back.
I did not know that. He's singing, like that's crazy. Like he's so talented.
He definitely is. I think he's from out here in Georgia too. Yeah, so he's very talented. He just when he pops up, you know it's gonna be a moment.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get back kind of in representation. Recently, you went kind of viral with a caption. You tweeted your music, you know, promoting yourself, right? Black women
God
doing
forbid.
some rock. Black women doing rock, you tweeted and you attached your music to it. And I think I saw like some people giving you pushback and question whether your sound is real rock. And Baby Tate, shout out to her, she came to your
Love
defense.
her.
And how do you feel about being questioned or policed in that way?
Um, if I'm being honest, like I've gone viral so many times under the sentiment of like rock artists, black rock artists, and there's always that group of people that's gonna come. And at this point, it's almost like I'm like rage baiting them because I just know they're gonna come and say some negative shit. And it's like they only see it because I'm going viral. So it's like you see me doing well and you just see me
Yeah.
promoting my music, and you're gonna like you want to offset that with some type of negativity. But I do feel like the point was misdirected. Like I do get what people meant, and I do think like at the end of the day, like it's not my fault that rock got taken over by white people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's unfortunate, and it's like I grew up 1990 technically 2000. I was born in 99, but I was born 2 weeks before 2000. So I'm like Gen Z, and I grew up not seeing. I think Fifi Dobson was the only black rock artist that I saw. So if I'm inspired by like white rock artists, that's kind of not my fault. Like it's at all. So I think depending on where you live too, like I feel like that's a big thing. Like I lived in Arizona. I was the only like me or one other black kid in the class. I didn't grow up, you know what I mean? Like, and so I think, you know what I mean? I just think that it was like, I do agree with the sentiment of like, there should be way more versions of rock. And I'm supportive of that. Like, I think every subgenre and any genre of rock should be reclaimed, period.
Yeah.
Like the face of it should be black people. But I think like that group of people that constantly come at me, it's not rooted in actual education. It's rooted in more like
trolling.
Yeah, and I responded because I was trolling back. But I think like they'll start to say like I'm not black because I'm African, and I'm just like, bro, like do you see like I don't have to prove my elbows are black as fuck. I'm black as fuck. I grew up black as fuck. I don't know. I just think it's really so irrelevant to what I'm at. Yeah.
Right. And plus, like, it's like, how are you complaining to me about it? And I'm not the fault. It's not my fault, but I'm also trying to get us back out there. But you're still gonna complain to me?
It's just hate. Because at the end of the day, like, if they wanted to say, hey, like, why are all the black artists only making white rock? Why can't we have black artists making black rock? I think there are black artists making black rock. There's many black artists who are making black rock, but they're not getting the attention. And that's the whole point of the sentiment of these spaces are not being represented by the people who created the music.
Right.
So I think like whether I'm doing Paramore inspired rock or whatever they, want to call it, I think it's a step in the right direction for people who are doing, you know what I mean?
And plus, when people see you, they see that representation. You're
Yeah.
inspiring another little black girl, another Ethiopian girl to say, hey, I don't have to go this direction that they want me to go. I can try this. Like, you can't be mad at that.
I think that the support needs to be offered to the black artists making the black rock that they want to hear over mine. So
definitely. And fun question. Rumor have it, Queen Bee working on a rock album.
I heard.
And you're thriving. If she calls, Alemeda, hey girl, I need you.
I would love
What's your reaction?
Where I gotta be? Tell me. Give me the address. I'll go. Forget. I could be in the middle of a surgery. I'm going. I don't care. I would love that. I think the country thing she did was amazing. Like even putting on, like, that's what I mean. You know what I mean? Somebody like bringing all these, making black people the face of the genre they created. I think that's always what's the word, like motive at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to see it for sure.
Yeah.
I would definitely love to see it. And on a recent live stream, you mentioned actually first, I wanted to know, like, back to like creating. What do when you're not creating, what do you do to like recharge and refuel your creativity?
Um, just live.
Hmm.
I'll literally tell my manager, like, I need stuff to write about. I need time to process
Yeah.
the stuff I want to write about. And so I'll be like, I'm just like, I haven't been in the studio now for over 6 months.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, like I will completely forget about studio. Like I know some artists still like to like stay consistent in the studio. I like to like almost feel like I'm not an artist anymore, and then now I'm like touring, and then I come back to the studio and it feels like the first day of school. And I just love that.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's like I have a fresh perspective. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think that's good for someone like you, like who is a storyteller. You do need life experiences to know what it is or give you ideas of what you want to talk about. And that's pretty cool. And on a recent live stream, you mentioned turning down and like an early chance to either work or be mentored by Kendrick because you didn't feel you were ready. How do you define, I guess, being ready today versus back then?
Well, it was more. It wasn't like turned down. It was more
Hmm.
like my manager gave me the, hey, like do you want to do it? I don't know if you're ready. And I'm like, I don't think I'm ready. So it wasn't like a turn down. It was like maybe later type of thing. But I
Yeah.
think I didn't know what I was doing. I
Hmm.
didn't know how to do anything. Like I was fresh in my artist development and I was so lost. So the idea of working with this legendary artist, even though it's like under the
Hmm.
sense of like mentorship, it was kind of just like so scary to me to the point where
Yeah.
I would have rather not do it, even though it was such a great opportunity. I would have
Mhm.
rather not do it because I was like, it would almost to me be disrespectful to him to walk in there and not knowing what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even like outside of like him, I think even when I go into a session with a producer, like if I don't know
Mhm.
what I'm here to do or what I'm doing, it's kind of like, why are we here?
Yeah.
So I wanted to, hopefully like in the future I'll have that opportunity, but I
Mhm.
wanted to wait till I knew what I was doing so I could come in with the sureness of it because I was lost. Yeah.
Do you feel like turning down, not turning down, but um, waiting for that opportunity actually like protected your development, like helping you find your own voice before taking advice or being influenced by someone as great as he is?
I think I don't know. I think it would have helped me regardless,
Mhm. Right.
but I do also it did take me putting myself in self isolation for like a good while to figure out my sound. Like I had to completely, like I wasn't even around people at the label. Like I was gone. I like left the
Mhm.
state. I was like, I need to figure out what I'm doing. So I think it's
Right.
not even specifically about like he's a legend. So I I was like, let me just know what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And I think yeah, I had it did help me. I feel like more to be comfortable to find my sound before doing something as
Mhm.
monumental as that.
Yeah. So with the EP being out, right? So I think this is a perfect place to, kind of wrap up. With the EP out now and the performance at Camp Flog now, what do you have next for you? Like, is there like any visuals, additional performances? I can see a tiny desk in the future, just throwing that out there. But what do you guys have planned?
Tour. I have a tour in February. It's gonna be like a 7 date
Mhm.
tour, and then for sure visuals. Like I think almost every song besides Stupid Little Bitch has visuals.
Mhm.
So Over It has a music video that's done now.
Yeah.
Um Losing Myself has a video that's gonna be shot. And
Mhm.
yeah, so just we're gonna do like a live jam session to the whole
Mhm.
EP and then upload it on Spotify. So like me and my
Okay.
band are gonna just be in a garage, like a literal like house garage, and
Oh,
just
that's
record
gonna be fun.
all the songs and then upload them as like, because I think I love when artists put out different versions of their songs. So
Yeah.
um, I'm big on that. And let me think. I think that's about it. I mean, hopefully, I mean, if Tiny Desk wants me, I'm here.
Tiny Desk. if you seeing this,
Call me.
call her. Call Nina.
Literally.
And lastly, what advice would you give to a young woman trying to find herself in find their place in spaces that weren't originally built for them in mind, so to speak?
I would say just don't let anyone, you know what I mean? Like be protective of yourself, and don't let anyone kind of like fuck up what you got going on. Like
Yeah.
I think when you enter spaces that aren't usually with you in it, it's scary, and your confidence is at a low. But you gotta just fake pretend. Like
Yeah.
I'm big on fake it till you make it. Yeah, so
Sometimes that's
women,
the
I feel like it
best
works
thing
for
to
women
do.
way more.
Yeah.
But yeah, just believe in yourself and don't let anyone change that.
Amazing, amazing. Well, Alameda, thank you so much for coming through and chilling with me today and sharing your story with us. I
Thank you.
really, really appreciate this opportunity to, learn more about you, your journey, and this new project that is amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate
Amazing.
that.
Thank you. So, cousins, make sure y'all go buy, don't stream it, buy it. What the hell do I know? Out right now and show her the love that she deserved. They can find you on all socials at Alemeda, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. As
Thank you.
always, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for rocking with me. And until next time, y'all be safe. And I'll holla at y'all later.
Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with Monie.